Hello everybody, it is MStarlight and I'm back with another League of Legends video, and today, as you guys probably noticed, I'm using the replay functionality, the new replay functionality that they've added in the, new client, with the new client. So we're going to take a look at me, because that's what we're gonna be watching. So as you can see, I actually joined the game a little later because I had the connection issues, sadly. But alright, let's just figure it out with the controls. Red team frames, we don't care about those. Score display, we definitely care about that. Time controls, we don't need. Actually, maybe, yeah. The chat, definitely. Target frame. I wonder if I could actually... Too bad I can't actually remove the point of view, Oh, actually blue. Perfect. Alright, so I'm actually trying to depict this as realistically as I can. I'm actually going to open up the scoreboard because that allows us to see what items I'm building. So, yeah. So, this is a Darius versus Renekton video, as you guys probably noticed. This was an amazing game I played yesterday with some friends. Unfortunately, I just realized that I wasn't recording it, so once it was over, I just figured that out and I was like, you know what? I might just go ahead and use this new function that they've introduced with the new client and click on the save replay button, which actually was pretty amazing. And as you guys can probably tell by the timestamp, you guys are gonna see that I do get a penta in this video, which is a pretty nice penta kill that I get pretty much on my own. So it's pretty... I have to say I kind of enjoyed this game overall. So before we get... I've actually... Because this is actually a commentary that I'm recording... Oh, and as you can see, I'm getting ganked. And as you guys notice that I'm using a new sort of like... combo of masteries and summoners. I'm using Core of Judicial as my keystone rather than Grasp because Darius SE procs it, so it is pretty good that you get 2 mobility spells, and also very nice that you ease someone, which is your engage ability, your engage tool, and then you can actually get a shield out of it, which is bullshit on Darius. Like getting a shield, getting more tankiness like that is actually amazing. As you can see, I've actually pulled in the next one, and it takes the beauty of 3 tower shots and dies to a mixture of bleeding and the minions. Now this next one was actually extremely bad, so I kid you not, this is not entirely me being good, but it's still pretty damn nice. So yeah. So what's going on is basically I think the Renekton versus Darius matchup is actually quite controversial. In fact, like there isn't a clear advantage. Like as you can see, this Renekton was very bad trading a level 2 without his E, which is his main disengage tool, without flash, without anything. So that was him making mistakes. It wasn't me doing anything good. So it's pretty damn weird to see this going, to see this happening. Because if you think about that, like the matchup doesn't really favor Darius entirely, because Darius does have quite the tools to to deal with Renekton. Sorry, Renekton has quite the tools to deal with Darius, because Renekton can get in with his E and then uses Q and W, Q first, W second, which is not what most people do. Most people stun instantly. I normally Q first and W second against Darius, because that way he gets stunned for a little bit longer, and you also build up some rage by using the Q first, and then your W does more damage and stuns for a longer time, meaning that your second D is gonna get you out of the fight without Darius having the opportunity to fight back. Which is why I think the matchup is controversial. Both the champions have quite the damage, alright, but they deal their damage in different ways, Like, they deal their damage in burst damage when you think about Renekton, and in extended fights when you think about Darius. Now, as you can see, I built a Phage, and that's pretty much all I got from this back. I already have my sustain, so I really don't need anything else going on. I mean, Didn't need to buy any potions because I got the corrupting it ready, and of course I didn't get a ward, but I didn't really need one at this point because at this point in time I can actually 2v1. You guys can see that Renekton doesn't really have anything on me, and I use my Ghost here, and with Ghost it's actually very easy to get kills with Darius because not only do you get extremely mobile, meaning that it's hard to kite you, but you also get, you know, an easier time landing your Q because you're moving around so fast. It's hard for people to predict where you're gonna move around, and you can actually land your Q very easily like that. And as you can see, I'm pushing the lane because I wanna get level 6, and I want Renekton to lose farm. Unfortunately, the Lee's here, so he's gonna get most of these creeps, and they will not go to waste. But I will be able to harass him a little bit, meaning that once Renekton comes back, they can't 2v1 because I got my level 6. Renekton doesn't have his level 6 Lee either, so in this case the 2v1 definitely favors me because I can easily get 5 stacks by killing one of them, not getting the 5 stacks by auto-attacking, and then getting out with 2 kills and a lot of gold. But yeah, as you can see, I'm really owning him, and I'm pushing because I don't give a shit about the Lee Sin. The Lee Sin is not able to gank me at this point, so I'm just pushing it hard, making sure that Renekton has to make stupid mistakes. The double E there kind of fucks me over because of course I won't be able to trade with a mobile champ like that. But Izzy has a very long cooldown at early levels, so it is not a huge problem. So yeah, basically the matchup is controversial because Renekton deals his damage quickly, Darius doesn't do that, but Renekton's burst is usually not enough to kill a Darius. And by Renekton's burst, I mean his burst without including the auto attacks that you can put in between your ability usages. That actually is a very big part of Renekton's kit. I don't know if you guys watch solo Renekton only. I do, because I play Renekton too. I play Renekton relatively well too. But there's different levels of being good with Renekton. I'm overall decent because I use my abilities well, but I'm not amazing at using the basic attacks in between because I'm always afraid that the enemy might answer to the trade and I might lose it. So I go with the generally more of an harassment style rather than an actual, you know, full-on going for the kill. I only do that when I'm really far ahead, and in that case it's worth it, but I normally don't do that. As you can see, the Renekton started fighting me, and I was like, you know, eager to open the trade. And as you can see, the trade was really doing well for him because Corrupted the Glass has actually shielded him from a big amount of my damage. And as you can, and if you watch the health bars, I pretty much I lost the trade. All right, so that's proof of Renekton being able indeed to outplay the Darius. Renekton has generally more ways to outplay the Darius. Now, as you can see, he is getting a lot of stacks on himself, but because I have mana and he doesn't, if he actually worked that great, he would have been able to wind me down slowly instead of going all in. And as you can see, I'm gonna back off because I have 180 mana, which is not enough for a full rotation in ult, because ult is 100 mana, my Q is 45. And yeah, I just ignored him because if he had engaged, I would have still probably been able to kill him. Or you know, well, I'm not 100% sure about that, but he damn sure wasn't going to engage on me after giving me that big of a lead. So I bought boots for ganks and, you know, generally to be able to use my Q better, because boots on Darius are an extremely good early buy, because when Darius has boots, it's easier to land his Q. It's very easy to land your Q if you have boots and the enemy doesn't, because he can't really counter you. As you can see, I'm going to use all of my summoners here to sort of like get the kill, but I won't be able to do that because Renekton ults instantly, which is worth it, I guess, because he loses a fair share of you know, kill potential in lane, because his ult is important to get that little bit more durability in order to not get killed by me. And as you can see, I'm spamming my corrupting potion now to just get back with the health and still be able to fight. And that's pretty much all I've got to say about the matchup. I mean, I think Darius has overall the upper hand, because if you play Darius well, you will know what Renekton wants to do. There isn't too much that he can do to outplay you. Either way, I think the one that starts the trade has the better ability, because if Renekton starts it, it's easier for Renekton to sort of manage it out. But if you start it, Renekton has to kind of counterplay that, and it's not always worth it. Now, as you can see, I'm going to get wrecked, because I thought that my core objective was actually up. If it were up, I would have been able to destroy both the cat and the Renekton because of my E interrupting the cat's ult. Sadly, that wasn't the case. So what ended up happening was I got destroyed by the Renekton because, you know, I was trying to focus the Katarina to stop her from ulting, which is very, very, very sad. I mean, it's actually a very sad thing. And I think she's gonna get a kill now on the Malzahar because it's gonna stand close to. Actually, no, it wasn't the. This wasn't the moment because I've been watching the mid lane. And Cat gets an amazing kill on the Malzahar with Ignite and without her ult. I think it's probably happening right now. Maybe not. Nope, because the Lee was there too, so it can't be. So as you can see, I'm 3-1. I should be 3-1. Yeah, I'm 3-1. So it's not actually being that amazing of a thing. Sure, 3 kills with 2 as an advantage on Darius are extremely beneficial, but it's not like I'm gonna be OP as fuck. It's not gonna be like that. And also, one thing I've noticed is that you don't get your mana back for destroying the plant, and the season it just doesn't happen, which is weird, admittedly, because the plant is a unit and you kill it, right? So what the hell? Well, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna actually use this video to answer some of the questions you guys may have. I have been reading the. You guys know I try to answer to as many comments as I possibly can, and you know this applies to all of my videos. But sometimes I just don't have the possibility to do that because there's too many comments, or I don't have enough time to answer to all of them. So I'm gonna answer to some of the questions that I get more often, like on most of my videos. I'm gonna answer a couple of them now, and hopefully this is gonna sum it up. This is not a Q&A video because I don't have a list open up. I'm not like setting this up properly for for this to be an actual Q&A video. But I guess it's like it's actually in the middle of the way between a gameplay and a Q&A video, kinda. Alright, so the question number 1 is that the one that I've been reading the most is, will I do a face reveal if I get to 10k subscribers? The answer is yes. I've been thinking about that for quite a while, and I've realized that after all this time I've been doing YouTube, especially after these 2 years of me doing YouTube on League, because I've actually started playing League 2 years ago. It's been a long time, actually. It feels like it's been a long time. It feels like I've grown up a lot, when it comes to my League knowledge, my League skills and whatnot. And as you can see, by the way, I have built a full Black Cleaver, Ninja Tabbies, and I'm going to work towards a Grand Win. Now I'm going to get an easy double kill down here because the Lucian ends up auto-attacking me while still being on the turret, which kind of gives me the 5 stacks. And easily. I didn't even have to dunk, but after the first cast you don't pay any extra mana for it, so why not? It looks cool, it sounds cool, and it gives me a little bit of a longer time to use my ult again should I need it. So it's always worth, after the first dunk, to dunk again. It's never a bad call. No mana cost and longer duration of the reset. So yeah, back on the question. So yeah, I think it's fair that after 2 years I'm gonna put my face on the video. And don't call me a scripter there. I had no idea Lee Sin was there. I just turned around because I thought maybe I can get the cat. So no scriptings here. As you can see, the easy flash E, and then she flashed it for some reason. She used an ability spell on the Malzahar, which is totally not worth it for him. And then I get another kill. So as you can see, this is a time of the game in which I'm really abusing the early game I had, and I'm getting a big advantage this way. And the blue buff is also very nice in there. So I'm 7-1. I got more than half the kills of my team, and you guys are gonna see how this is gonna benefit me. I used my Q there so the Renekton would see me come and be afraid, sort of. But yeah, I think after 2 years of YouTube, it is fair that I actually put my face on it. I'm gonna do this video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it on a gameplay, if I'm gonna be doing sort of like a vlog. I'm not sure about that. I have to figure it out. I still haven't taken decisions. And luckily, because I'm a you guys might not know, but I'm a relatively shy individual. Like, it's not that I feel that I'm ugly or anything. Even if it's generally just I am shy, and the 10k subscribers, even though probably I'd say 50% of them are gonna watch the video, it's still intimidating in a way because I'm shy. So it's just it's just me. So lucky. So I'm gonna say, luckily, 10K subscribers are pretty far for now, so I don't have to be worried about having to, you know, do that video yet. So, but I promise I will. So once I get to 10K, I will do that. And the natural question that comes out of this is, will you make all of your videos? Will all of my videos be, you know, have my face on them after I reach 10K? And the answer is no. The answer is no, and there's a natural reason for it. Hold on, let me just bring up the scoreboard so you can see what I'm building. I'm building. I actually press tab. Yeah, I can just press tab. You can see I'm going towards the Randuins. With Ghost, I tend to never build Deadman's Blade anymore because sure, the slow on the first auto attack isn't a bad thing on Darius, but with the Randuins, I think Randuins does more for me. So yeah. So yeah, this is actually a pretty nice move to go again. So like, it brings me to the Renekton, which is worth because I can easily kill both of them. So yeah, it was actually quite cute, like there, that he brought me to the Renekton. It was actually recalling and got dunked for doing nothing. So yeah. But the reason, there's an actual reason for this, and the reason is that I do not, you know, I do not live on my own, which means that there's people in my house that, you know, walk around, they do things. You guys don't hear them live here most of the time, and that is because, you know, of course, when they know I'm recording, they try to leave me alone, kind of, and allow me to record and give you guys a decent quality. But in general, it is impossible for me to put a cam on my computer and show my face all the time. You know, the intimacy of a person's life doesn't have to be shown on YouTube, but that's my 2 cents. I keep YouTube away from my personal life because I think that's the right way to go. One day I may live on my own, one day I may want to do that, and then in that case I'm probably gonna show my face in all of my videos, but until then you guys are gonna have to wait. And probably, and also I'm not saying that that would be the only video in which you guys gonna get to see my face. I'm probably gonna show some videos in which, you know, in which I show my face in the future, but it won't be all of them, alright? So it's not gonna be like a constant thing. And as you guys can see, before I get to the next question, as you guys can see, we have less kills but more gold, because we have more objectives, like the more turrets. The Drakes don't give any gold, so when it comes to gold advantage, the turrets are worth more. So we have one more turret, and we have more, you know, because I haven't been shut down yet, the kills, I have a big advantage when it comes to kills. And as you can see, I'm actually capable of pretty much 3v1ing to sort of body block the Lee Sin from Drake, which I didn't really do properly because he ended up getting in there anyway. But the objective was to get Drake, and we did secure that. So what matters is that that happened. So yeah. But yeah, let's move on to the next question. The next question is actually not a question, it's like a group of questions that I get, which is, why don't I upload a specific matchup? Now you guys must know that I play pretty much ranked only. Now I'm playing Flex, I'm Gold 1, I'm in promos to Platinum 5 at the moment. This was actually one of those games that got me to the promos. And you know, I'm playing with Playmate friends that I ended up playing with. As you can see, I was mostly just body blocking there, putting myself in between the enemy team and my team taking the turret, and I have so much zoning power that I can actually allow myself to do that and actually succeed. And this gives us another objective, so more gold. So as you can see, kills are even, but when it comes to gold, we have almost 4k more, which is a lot. All right, it's a big gold difference for the mid game. It's not huge, but it's big enough. It makes a difference. I'm gonna also get the Rift Herald, so I can actually be more of a solo carry, because that's what is happening basically. Like, my teammates are doing a fine job, but I'm the one with the most kills. If you guys check out, I have more than over 60% of the team's kills, which is, you know, big. It's big on Darius. It's big on anyone, but it's bigger on Darius because Darius has a 1v5 potential if he gets ahead. And it's a potential that I don't really see in Garen. Garen can 1v5, he can do that, but you will probably only kill 2 or 3 of them, not all 5, while Darius can actually kill all 5. And as you can see, I was about to miss the Rift Herald buff because it just doesn't transfer for some reason. So yeah. But let's get back on the question. So the reason why I don't always post the matchups you guys request is because unfortunately I am in ranked, so I can't tell my enemies what to pick. So I play ranked, and when I see something, I just, you know, I get that going. And as you can see, I'm gonna get a pretty big fail here. And I'm gonna tell you why I failed. The reason why I failed is because my W killed Cat. If my W didn't kill Cat, which is what I was planning all along, I would have been able to sorry, I would have been able to get 5 stacks instantly and start the fight with 5 stacks, which means that they would have either disengaged so that I wouldn't have been able to get the penta there, or they would have given me the penta. So sad thing, but the Rift Herald is still worthy buff. I would say I would have skipped it for the penta. I mean, I'm gonna get it anyway later, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so as you can see, so like, yeah, let's get back to the question again. It's not really, and as you can see, this Sivir of mine is this Sivir friend of mine is a very talented player. We didn't start off the best of ways because he has a particular kind of attitude in that he will always try to be criticistic on you. So if you make a mistake, he's actually gonna tell you. And at the beginning of our sort of like friendship, he didn't really tell me the way I liked, so we actually ended up having arguments all the time. So, but then after a while, we actually figured out that each and every, well, he has overall more game mechanical knowledge than me, but he does admit that I'm a very, very big top laner overall, and you know, we enjoy playing with each other because in most cases we know that both the lanes are gonna win, or at least do well enough to not feed, which is often enough to win the game. Because like, if you don't have a feeding lane and your team is well coordinated, you're still gonna win the game. So yeah, it's really how it works. But let's get once again back on the question. I'm sorry for interrupting so often, but there's so many important things that I've got to say about the game as well. So the reason why I don't always post the matchups you guys request is because it's really not on me. I pick Garen, I pick Darius. They need to pick their. I can only choose my pick. Then the enemy team has to choose theirs. And honestly, when I pick Garen, most of the time they just pick people like Darius, Gnar, Alawi, Renekton. Those are the counters that people tend to pick more often. I haven't seen like people play, or actually Kennen if he's not banned. I've actually haven't seen people pick Kayle against me often at all. Like, that kind of stuff doesn't really occur, which is admittedly sad because I don't have a problem at showing you guys that even though I don't win the lane, it is actually possible to get enough gold to come back in mid-game and carry the game anyway. But still, it's a very good fight because I get 5 stacks very quickly here and I get kicked out. So that means I'm not going to be able to do anything but use this ult to kick me out and lead to a very dangerous. Waste my ult there, but it doesn't matter because we're still stronger. So yeah, it's pretty not on me. It doesn't depend on me. The enemy team gets their picks depending on what they can play, and I can't even if I could, I don't think I would even dare to request someone picking a counter on me because I'm trying to, you know, climb. So on the matchups, you guys are gonna have to be patient and wait for luck to strike us, and that's actually a very nice grab. So basically, you have to get where I want. So yeah. So it's just that. It's really just that. It doesn't depend on me. Now there's another question that I wanted to answer. This one didn't really happen too often, but I did read it a couple of times. And that is, will I write a Darius guide? I do not think I'll write a Darius guide anytime soon, because I think I'm not really that great of a Darius player overall. Honestly, what I do with Darius is about what an average top laner does with him. Any top laner who knows a thing or two about the matchups will be able to do what I do, no problem. I mean, I'm not doing anything special overall. I just play a champion that has specific skills, specific abilities in his kit, and that was a very good flash usage there because it allowed me to get out. My flash was coming up in just 2 seconds, and actually, as you can see, because I turned around to sort of like keep my passive up, I actually get the sword. So that's a mistake I did, and I deserve to die for it. So I'm not gonna complain. Still being 14-3, so overall a pretty good score anyway. So it's not a problem, but still. So I don't feel I'm an experienced Darius player, or at least I don't feel that I'm as experienced as I am with Garen. Although I have to admit, I was probably even less experienced with Garen back when I started writing the Garen guide. I started writing the Garen guide at the end of Season 4, right in this period of the year, 2 years ago. So the guide is 2 years old, and I wasn't that big with Garen. I was just a Silverino, being a very good Garen player because I kind of figured out how Garen works very fast because he suited my playstyle right from the get-go. So I just abused Garen's potential from the start, but my game knowledge has actually raised exponentially since then, which means that I'm way better now than I was before, which is also why the guide has changed so much over the course of these 2 years. So many new chapters were added, so many matchups were updated. The guide has been worked on for a long time, and with a lot of you know, resources put into it. So I do not know. I will think about that. If Christmas holidays give me enough time, which is totally not guaranteed because exams happen in January as well, which means that I do have to spend a pretty big amount of time studying instead of, you know, having fun when I'm during my Christmas holidays. So unfortunately, it's really not on me again. But and I failed my ult there again, even though it gets reset, because if the enemy dies right after it, you still get a reset, which is kind of stupid if you ask me, but still, we're gonna take that. So, you know, basically, what I'm trying to say is, I do not know if I will be able to do that due to time reasons. If I get the chance, I will most definitely do it, because it doesn't really cost me too much. You know, I just have to write if I have time, because I do have enough knowledge to kind of give you guys a little bit of a better insights on how to do relatively well with the champion. But if I don't get that, then I'll definitely not do anything special to kind of get the chance, because I think my Garen guide is really my pride and I don't need a Darius guide at the moment. We'll see in the future. So this is not a no-no, it's just for now I don't think I will. But maybe if miracles will happen and time happens, I will do it. So yeah. Another question you guys are asking a lot, and I should have answered this one as first, I'm sorry for delaying this, is why don't you update the Garen guide? And the reason for that is I don't update it because the MobileFire website is bugged. It will not allow me to save the modifications I make to the guide. I have actually tried to update the masteries for so many days. It's been almost a week and a half now, but for some reason it just won't work. For some reason it just won't happen to save, which is fucked up. It's really fucked up, but I can't do anything because I'm not a moderator on the website. They are trying to fix it. I have been asking for help on the forums, and they will try to fix it, but it doesn't really depend on me again. So I'm checking it out every day, and as soon as I get the opportunity to actually save the updates that I've made, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, another important question you guys have asked is, why don't you show us a nice little insight video, which is directly from the League client on the new updated masteries and runes for, you know, this season. And the reason why I'm not doing that, and as you can see, I used the vision thing just to clear a ward. It's worth it, by the way. It's still worth it. It's for free. You just basic attack, so it's free. But yeah, the reason why I don't make that video is because I still haven't quite figured it out yet. I need some more time before I can actually give you proper insights on what you guys are supposed to use on Garen. So, because I think Lethality Garen, as I said in the previous video, is definitely still right here. But I'm still not sure about, and as you can see, this is about to be pretty big, because I'm keeping my passive on them. And I should be able to kill all of them if I'm not mistaken. All of them except maybe Cat, I'm not sure. Lucian is stupid and comes back in and gets wrecked. So yeah. So you know, it's just like that. You you have to understand that I'm still trying to figure out what really is Garen's position in the season, because both the tanky build and the lethality one work well, but not amazingly well. Like, lethality used to have an edge on tanky Garen in my elo, and as you can see, this is about the start of the penta, and yeah, I'm gonna talk about that for now. So yeah, as you can see, I healed up 1000 health because I have a Spirit Visage, so I heal up. Making Katarina bleed. I'm just doing ordinary Darius stuff here. Any good Darius player is able to do this. It's not easy to get better than them. So as you can see, I'm just healing up with it. Every time I got my Q, I'll use it, because you know, you don't want to wait for it. Like, let me W first. Never do that. Always Q as you can, because it's what keeps you in the fight. And as you can see, you know, the Lucian comes back in when I got my ult again, so get a quadra kill. I get level 16 out of that, which means my ult will do more damage, and I just get the penta just like that. And they're gonna surrender after the penta. So because the penta looks so cool, I'm just gonna go back here, make you guys watch it again, and finish answering the question. So basically, I think I'm gonna wait for a couple more, for maybe one more patch to see if they change the masteries at all. Maybe because I think the core of the Colossus is gonna get nerfed, that kind of stuff. If they change the masteries in patch 6.23, well, actually, whatever they do in patch 6.23, regardless, I'm gonna make that video. And also, again, I'm gonna keep checking on Mobile Fire website for, you know, if the website stops being bugged, and I will be able to actually, you know, be able to update that properly, which is something I really hope I can do. Jesus Christ, this pent is bullshit. But yeah, so these are the answers to some of the more common questions you guys have asked me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this gameplay. I hope you guys are happy that I've tried to answer the question as best I could. And you know, I'll see you guys in the next video. Just hold on in there. The Masteries video is coming. The updates on the Mobile Fire Guide are coming. I didn't forget about you guys. I'm studying for exams, but my focus is on Garen as usual, because that's what a good Darius, that's what a good Garen YouTuber would do. So just hold on in there. I'm working on it. I'll update it as soon as I can. See you guys in the next video.